Taurus, hello. It's Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot. I haven't popped in a couple months, but I wanted to make sure I got back in here at the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. And also because we just went through the great conjunction with Saturn and Jupiter going into Aquarius together for like the first time in, I don't even know what they said, like 800 years. And if that seems like it would be huge. I got to see it too, a little bit. It was cloudy most of the time, but got a little bit of a glimpse. It was very pretty. And I think the energies are just going to be, because in astrology, Saturn is known to contract, because it's about everything old, rigid, and like traditional, whereas Jupiter expands. And again, this is astrology, but it's about growth and expansion and healing and prosperity. So those two energies going in together into Aquarius, it should be pretty interesting, I would think. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard of the song The Age of Aquarius, because we were always kind of on the cusp of it, but I guess we're really right into it now. I find it interesting. And it's like the mindset of people could possibly be changing, because it's more, when they were in the earth signs, when the conjunction was in the earth signs, it was like more of a grounded feeling, something, it was everything that we've ever been built upon, at least in the last 200 years, and depending where you're at. But, the revolutionary and the industrial, all those things happened when the conjunctions were in the earth signs. But now they're in air signs, and it may be more of a gathering of consciousness towards a feeling of what's not just good for me, what's good for everybody feeling. So I guess it depends on who you are, but yeah, it's not as materialistic, and it's more, open-minded and more about, and the word just slipped me, like the collective, I'm sorry. It's more about the collective people than just few and some. All right, and that's my little tidbit of astrology, because I really don't know it. And we'll just see how your energies are feeling about it. All right. Taurus, January 2021. What does Taurus need to know about January 2021? All right. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, Death, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician. What else do they need to know? What does Taurus need to know? Oh, it fell down. All right. What else does Taurus need to know? The Star, the Devil, and Judgment. Wow, okay. Okay, hold on for a second. In your past energy, I really feel like you were in a good mindset when it came to your finances, budgeting, making a prosperous advancement in either a business or a job. Because they definitely have that Ten of Pentacles energy, and that's something that was going to grow and continue growing. And you were definitely putting very strong moves into making it continue to grow. But then there's some changes coming in. And we got the Death and the Magician. Now, you have a lot of changes coming in. And it would be like where you're still doing well, but maybe the growth slowed down a little bit. And it could be because of, the situation that we've all been in for the last, 4 or 5 months. Or just could have been of your own choosing. But you are resourceful, and you're able to make it successful again. Like, you have all the tools you need to do it. And just a matter of setting your mind to it to do it. And I feel like you're in your very close future, possible future, you're going to have the feeling of hopefulness and feeling balanced, and things are equal. And you feel like you can definitely achieve what you need to achieve, or what you want to continue achieving. But you might be putting yourself into a situation that's not for your best. And you're acting upon something with this judgment coming on. And this devil, it's almost like you're putting yourself into a possible situation, or you might possibly be putting yourself into a situation. And you're going to have to stop and make that... There's going to be a clarity. Like, you might be working on something, and it's like, okay, well, I could do this, but it might not be for the best of all involved, but it might work out really well for me. But then you're going to have a new clarity about it. Like, okay, that's not who you want to be. That's not how you want to be thought of, to keep increasing this legacy that you're started. And in truth, I mean, the legacy doesn't always have to be about money. It could be about learning or teaching. If you have children, grandchildren, or just, kids that you try to have, put good morals on them, give them a good moral compass. I mean, that can be a legacy also, being able to pass down what you know as a good person. And you don't want to do something that's going to cause you to lose the person that you are. You don't want to mix up in something that wouldn't be as looking as good. If you had to look back on it, if it doesn't look as good, because you made a choice to let it, to overreach what you wanted to get, and you took your, took your morals out of it. Because anything with the devil, it's like a self-constraint. You could choose not to. But if you're feeling like you're being pushed into a situation where you have to, you always know that you can choose not. Let's see if I can clarify some of these. All right, let's see. Oops. Oh. Can you tell me about the death card for Taurus, January 21? Can you tell me about death card for Taurus, January 21? Death card for Taurus. All right, we got the Six of Staffs and the Fool. All right, well, I'm thinking with this change, you're going to have a recognition towards something. coming from somewhere. I don't know where, but then you also are like leaping into something that maybe it's not something that you've ever done, or something that you're not aware of. Like you have like a child like exuberance towards it. But that's a change, and new things can't start if things don't die off. So if you're having, you're starting off something new, you got the recognition that you wanted for what you had going on back here. And so maybe this new start, even though it wasn't as successful exactly as that, or the continuation of it wasn't as successful, it still is. And let me see what this Magician has to say. Tell me why Magician is here for Taurus. January 2021. Magician for Taurus, January 2021. All right. You have to do some balancing. To whatever you have for resources, or whatever you have, I guess, in the hopper, where you can make things work for you. And possibly the self-awareness that you might need. You can put a lot of your instincts into it, your feelings, your love of the new project. Okay, you put that into it. And that's where you're going to get the resources that you need to complete this task that you want. Let's see about the devil. Can you tell me about the devil? What's the devil going to do here in January 2021? All right. The devil's showing you options. So yeah, you do. You have a choice. You could either do what will be best for you, or what can be best for everybody involved. Now, what about judgment? What can you tell me about judgment? All right. You got the Eight of Cups and the Tower. Now, again, this hasn't happened yet. So it's almost like a warning saying, if you choose the option that isn't for your best or for anybody else's best, that the Tower moment can happen for you. Not for you, do you? It's almost like, because that means whatever that you're trying to build here with the choices that you make are not stable. And it's going to come down on you. All right? Some things might turn out not to be, well, the best laid plans just might not come out. But if you're moving away from that idea, hold on one second. Let me see if I can get the Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Taurus? All right, we got the Six of Cups and the Ace of Coins. So yeah, if you move away from the situation or whatever it is that you're thinking that's not going to be in the highest good, and maybe if you go back and think about your past and how things were and how things were better, if you have somebody in your mind that you can, I almost feel you saying, I know what so-and-so would do, or I know how so-and-so would feel about it. Like that kind of feeling, like that's what you're going to draw from your ancestors, how to make the right decision. Because if that's the case, then it would be the right decision. And that new start, or that continued start, this large start, can happen again. But it all depends on decisions that you make. All right, let's see. Let's see if the universe has any advice for you. Advice for Taurus for January 2021. Advice for Taurus, January 2021. Ace of Cups. Alright. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Hermit. So basically, universe is telling you, you gotta go within, take a minute, to think long and hard about the situation, about the decision that's going to be coming up for you, something that you need to do. And with this one is where you're taking you don't want, you want to be able to think it out on your own without too much influence from anything else, but you still want to go deep and pull your feelings of how somebody else, maybe they're not even around anymore, would have handled it, or how they would look at you, upon you, from the spirit world about how you handle a certain situation. And you have to make sure you're using your feelings, your emotions, and offering the best for yourself and for others. That's what keeps coming up into my head, others. So you don't want to do anything that's going to, like, I don't know, put the screws to anybody. Okay. All right, one more. See about our vibrations. This is just to see how we can raise our vibrations up. Because I know apparently this whole age of Aquarius, we're supposed to be vibrating higher now, so we can ascend higher. That's what they say. All right, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't think we meet people by accident. I don't think we become friends with people by accident. And they're, they're there, whether it's for a short time, for a long time. But people are there, and I think we all kind of like radiate off each other. And sometimes it's not forever. Sometimes they're only there for, a little bit of time. But if they are there, they're there because there's a reason for it. Okay? Well, hopefully this helped you out any. If you would like to give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, if it resonated with you. And I will definitely be seeing you back in February. Take care now.